73 years when we started introducing and using the Netherlands Antillean guilders until now. And today marks the beginning of a new chapter. We are going to say farewell to the Netherlands Antillean guilders that has served us well, and we're going to say welcome to the Caribbean Gilder. And we're going to bid farewell to the Netherlands Antillean guilders like we bid farewell to the country Netherlands Antillean in 2010, 15 years ago. So it has been a long journey. It has been a lot of work to get where we are today, where we introduce a safe, reliable, but also a currency that is recognizable for the people of Sint Maarten. Because a new currency is much more than just a means of payment. It is really a symbol of trust. It's a symbol of trust in the people of Sint Maarten. It's a symbol of trust in the institutions of the country, Sint Maarten, and that means it's a symbol of trust in each other. And so when we have this long journey, it's also important and to recognize those that have come a long way with us on this journey and helped us with the hard work that had to be done. And so I'd like to thank the banks, the commercial banks that have helped us, making sure that we are ready for this afternoon, that we are ready for tonight, because the digital payment system is going to switch this afternoon and tonight, and I hope tomorrow when we open our online banking environment after 8 that we're going to see our XCG there as well. So it's important that we recognize their contribution to a safe and reliable payment system. I also would like to thank the members of the media. They have helped us reach out to the public, inform and educate the public. And I would also like to thank the colleagues of the Central Bank. Many colleagues have been involved. But I think it's only fair to say that we can take a moment to recognize those of the XCG project team, because I think normal working hours are a relic of the past for them. I hope they can still remember how that feels. So we have 2 of those members with us here in Sint Maarten, the director, Raquel Wong, and also communication expert, Monica Reinhardt is with us here today. So thank you very much for the hard work. I also want to take a moment to thank our supervisory board. Mr. Rogers is here, but also Mr. Ahmed Bell, and before Mr. Adjam Bey, now the governor. Thank you very much for your guidance, for your support in work, in word and deed. And so we're almost there. The world is actually watching, in the sense that we have been nominated for, I think, the most excellent currency. So it's not only the design, but also the features of the currency by the International Association of Currency Affairs, and we are hoping that next year, when there's a competition for banknotes, we will also be nominated there. And so I think that is something noteworthy. And so with this, we come to the moment where I would like to thank the Minister for your support. We wouldn't be here at this moment when you wouldn't have supported us and got to the point where we are today. So thank you very much. I have a small token of appreciation to symbolize this, and so yeah, I'll take it out. Immediately see it. So thank you very much. It's for your desk. I hope you can appreciate it. So thank you very much. And now I will pass the floor in 1 minute to you to say a few words. But I also would like to then just to explain, to invite you to do the first exchange of Netherlands Antillean Gilder to Caribbean Gilder, and that will be the first moment when the banknotes will be in circulation in Sint Maarten, and that's a momentous occasion. So we're looking forward to that. And with this, please, Mr. pass the mic to you.
Thank you. On October 10, 2010, the Netherlands Antillean was dissolved, giving rise to Sint Maarten and Curaçao becoming autonomous countries within the Kingdom of the Netherlands, while the remaining 3 island territories of Bonaire, St. Eustatius, and Sable were incorporated into the Netherlands as a so-called public entities, which we now commonly refer to as the West Islands. Sint Maarten and Curaçao joined together in a monetary union that allow them to share a central bank and a common currency. The two islands decided to keep the Netherlands Antillean guilder as legal tender. This led to critics pointing to the fact that we were only using the currency of an entity that no longer exists. Fast forward to today, almost 15 years after the disintegration of the Netherlands Antilles, we are witnessing the official introduction of the Caribbean guilder that will replace the Antillean guilder. However, I must acknowledge the fact that critics have been at it again, asking why is it necessary to make the change and claiming that it is a waste of money, especially since the new currency can only be used on Curaçao and Sint Maarten. You can't even use it in Marigot, I've heard some people say. This reminds me of the fable of the man, his wife, and their donkey. Due to time constraints, I would rather not retell the entire story here, although there are several variations of it. In one, the wife is replaced by the son. Whichever version you are familiar with, the moral of the story is that if you try to please all, you will end up pleasing none. In fact, it is worse than that. The fabled donkey, which was going to be sold at the market, drowned when it fell over a bridge. In other words, the man, wife, or son were left without the donkey in the end. To put it into today's jargon, you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. Criticism is good. It makes us consider divergent views. However, if we take it to heart, we could end up like the man, his wife, and the donkey. I wish to note at this point that the Kingdom of the Netherlands is perhaps the only country in the world with 4 different currencies as legal tender. The euro in the Netherlands, the US dollar in the West Islands, the ruble in Florida, and the Caribbean guilder now in Sint Maarten and Curaçao. I am yet to hear any critical voices raised in favor or against this phenomenon. Now to answer the question, why the Caribbean guilder? From a strictly legal perspective, it is in the fulfillment of the law. De regeling gemeenschappelijk geldstelsel Curaçao and Sint Maarten, which regulates the currency of the monetary union of Curaçao and Sint Maarten, requires that the Caribbean guilder replaces the Netherlands Antillean guilder. However, the more consumer-friendly reason is that modern-day security features have rendered the Netherlands Antillean guilder antiquated. Let me explain it this way. We all have cellular phones, correct? These constantly upgrade their operating systems to enhance security and privacy features, among others. The new models of cellular phones incorporate the more advanced features and sometimes render the old devices obsolete, even to the point that the latter may no longer be manufactured. I would like you to see the Caribbean guilder as the new model legal tender for our 2 islands that make the Antillean guilder now obsolete. In spite of the introduction of the Caribbean guilder, I know that the debate on the organization will continue unabated here in Sint Maarten. I also know that there are some people calling for Sint Maarten to disengage itself from the monetary union with Curaçao and chart a different course. Indeed, where we are today may not be where we want to be tomorrow. But I want to stress unequivocally that Sint Maarten is not a junior member of this monetary union. We consider ourselves to be equal partners in a union that we believe is mutually beneficial to our 2 islands. As long as this remains so, we are good. But actually, is it so? Are we really good? Some of you might remember that at the unveiling of the design of the Caribbean Gilder last August, I described our monetary union as a marriage of convenience. Allow me to ask again, what is the state of our union today? Some 15 years into the monetary union, are we all happy still? Has the union delivered on its initial promises of standard fiscal rules and policy coordination? How are the people within our jurisdiction benefiting from the union? Are we trading more with each other? This last question is important because, whether we like it or not, we are part of a new world economic order thrown into a tailspin by tariff wars. Shouldn't we, in this monetary union, be seriously seeking means and ways to mitigate the impact these developments are likely to have on our people? Furthermore, how does Curaçao's recent admission as an associate member of CARICOM affect our monetary union? All these are questions we should be addressing together in order to optimize the potential of this monetary union. The launching of the Caribbean Gilder offers us an opportunity to make this more than just a change of currency affair. I note with satisfaction that there is a transition period of 3 months, starting from today, during which both the Antillean Gilder that is being phased out and the Caribbean Gilder we are introducing can be used simultaneously, with their value being the same. In other words, one Caribbean Gilder has exactly the same value as one Antillean Gilder. I also understand that beyond the 3-month period of co-circulation, persons with Antillean Gilders can exchange these for Caribbean Gilders at banks for a whole year. That is up to March 31st, 2026. In addition, we can also exchange Antillean Gilder for Caribbean Gilder at the offices of the Centrale Bank of Curaçao and Sint Maarten for practically another 30 years. Hopefully, the union will last that long. One way to ensure this happens is for the people of Sint Maarten to trust the new currency and embrace its use. It may be near impossible to turn the people and businesses away from the US dollar as the main, and I would add, preferred currency for all transactions on the island. But building public confidence in the Caribbean Gilder, particularly on Sint Maarten, is a task that the Centrale Bank of Curaçao and Sint Maarten will have to undertake. It is not an easy challenge, but as Nelson Mandela famously said, it always seems impossible until it's done. I know the road to this day has been long and challenging, but here we are. The creation of the Caribbean Gilder has taken immense effort, dedication, and perseverance. I want to acknowledge the hard work and commitment of everyone who played a role in making this a reality. To the management and staff of the Central Bank, take a well-deserved bow for ensuring a seamless transition. The Caribbean Gilder is not just visually striking, it is built to last, with advanced security features that make counterfeiting significantly more difficult. This currency is a testament to the expertise of the Central Bank project team and a proud reflection of our rich culture and heritage. Congratulations, you did it.
The toast is for prosperity of Sint Maarten, but also for getting the trust in the currency in the new Caribbean Gilder, and I'd like to bring a toast to that. So, cheers! Cheers. And thank you for coming, it's much appreciated. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. That you two guys, but also colleagues in Curaçao have done, I guess it must be, it's not yet a relief because there's 3 more months of hard work, but I hope it's some sort of a moment of relief of all this hard work, and so we want to give you a small gesture of appreciation. So I brought this from Curaçao, and it's within the theme, so we want to stick in the theme. Maybe you're completely done with the theme. And it's specific for the first term. So, this is Raquel. So.
That's Raquel.
This
I'm a
is-
fish.
Raquel, thank you very much for
Appreciate it.
all the hard work.
Oh,
Look at you like
oh, cute. Yeah, thank you. It's yeah. I don't have nothing prepared or something, but I feel like Raquel, it's been a roller coaster. We've learned very much of this project. I feel very thankful and grateful to have had this opportunity to work on this project. And yeah, it's an emotional moment to say. So, to Raquel.
Yeah. All I wanted to say today is say thanks. It was an honor and a privilege for me to be part of this project. Richard, thank you for your trust and unwavering support in this. In Sint Maarten, we are a small team, so everybody has to do everything. So to the cash team and everybody that came in on this Saturday to come and do the work, for those that will support with me at the Parliament's meeting, who were there for support, for keeping us safe, everybody for doing your part and making sure that we were able to be here today. Thank you. And then finally to Veronica, we have spent many years together in this process. I think it was 6 years. We have seen more of each other than we've ever done. It was an honor. It was a privilege. So thank you. Cheers.
Yes.
Thank you all.